Hello and welcome back to Whirlwind Radio. This is Marcello Sukhdeo. Planning to fly to Florida in the next little while? You might be subjected to a facial scan. Is this technology ripe and ready for this type of large-scale use? And Amazon is looking to offer its Prime customers try before you buy. Facial recognition technology is being used more and more today. We use it to unlock our phones and even our laptops. Other industries are looking at how to add this tech into their processes to make jobs easier. Orlando International Airport, that's the busiest airport in Florida, where about 6 million people pass through every year, is looking to become the first airport in the U.S. to use facial scan of passengers on all arriving and departing international flights, including U.S. citizens. This is the first airport that will try to scan all passengers. There are some airports like in Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Houston, Las Vegas, Miami, New York, and Washington, which are all already using facial recognition scans for some departing international flights, but they don't involve all international travelers at those airports. Now, in the case with Orlando, this program will be expanded to include all passengers. The question of privacy comes into play here. Remember, this is data. Facial information being gathered, being collected for what, about 6 million people or so every year? Where will this information be housed? What are the rules in place to ensure that data is handled properly? And what I mean by this is that if it is stored on a special server at a certain place, can it be leaked or hacked? What about if a passenger is prevented from boarding a flight because of facial recognition error? Think about this. Say you don't have a record on file, but was flagged when your image of your facial scan was compared to the Department of Homeland Security biometric database. How would you feel? I would be upset. You have done everything right, and yet this technology, because of some error, causes you to be detained and even missed your flight. You can see how this can be upsetting. The reason why I brought this up is that there was research done that shows that facial scans were less accurate for minorities, women, and children. Now think about this. This is not the case at some airports like in Atlanta or Boston, where only the passengers of a few flights are being scanned. This is for everyone flying in and out of Orlando International. So whatever the issues are currently in that smaller scale, multiply that many times over, thousands of times over, and what do you get? Chaos, confusion, upset and angry passengers. Now, the other thing is, this applies to U.S. citizens as well. So think about the uproar from that. But there is a way for U.S. citizens to opt out of current programs. But the funny thing is, this is not made known to the public. It's like it's in the fine print. This, however, might change in the future where there is no opt-out option. The point that I want to leave with you is this. I don't think we are at that point where facial recognition technology can be relied upon to produce 100% accuracy. The technology is good, don't get me wrong, but until this is more advanced, I think in this case, a full-scale rollout, like in the case of Orlando International, is not such a good idea. And until then, I think we should wait to ensure that this is running in a more proper manner before we venture out to this scale. It seems like it's every week that we are hearing something about Amazon. Amazon is indeed doing some incredible things, and the company is looking at new ways to increase its market share and also its presence worldwide. Like even the recent news that our friends Down Under now have Amazon Prime. Another area that Amazon is looking to expand in is in clothing. And this is an interesting model that Amazon is trying out, where they're trying to mimic the experience that you get when you go to a physical store to buy your clothes. So what they are doing is allowing Prime members to order clothes without paying for them. It will then be shipped to your home. You can then try on those clothes. If it doesn't fit, you can simply return them at no charge. Or if it fits well and you like it, then in 7 days or so, you'll be charged for it. This is a pretty cool idea. Another neat thing that you can do is that you can order from 3 to 8 items. So you can order that jeans and shirt along with the shoes that you want. And ladies, you can get that one or more dress that you want and have matching jewelry to go as well. I know for some online stores you can buy clothes, then you're then charged for it. If for some reason that you don't like it, then you can return those items for a refund. In Amazon's offer, I like that you're not charged for it immediately. And as such, you don't have to wait for your refund to be processed. You can just return your items within the time limit at no charge or refund. A really sweet deal. Amazon is trying to break into the fashion line with this newest offer. With this service, more brands will be offered on Amazon, making the online giant a big retailer for clothing. This service is called Prime Wardrobe and is available for all Prime members in the US at this time. The nice thing about this service is that it does not come at any additional cost to existing Prime members. This past week, YouTube launched its YouTube Music and YouTube Prime services. When I saw this, I was really excited to try it out. And then, I was disappointed. I will get to that later. But first, YouTube Music is a music streaming service. It comes with free and paid options, a mobile app, and a new desktop interface. I downloaded the app and tried the desktop version as well. What I like about it, just like Spotify, YouTube Music uses algorithms to bring you music that fits into what you're listening to. So it discovers music for you and then serves that up to you. Like music that you've listened to years ago that you may have forgotten. So it recommends music to you based on what you have been listening to, where you are, like say at the gym or shopping or driving, and will present music to fit those activities, which is pretty cool. The gripe though that I have with this free version of YouTube Music is that, as you know, when you're playing a music video on YouTube, you have to keep your phone on. The screen has to be on. If you locked your phone, then the music will stop. And that is exactly what happens with YouTube Music. You cannot play music without keeping your phone screen on. That's a huge disappointment. I know this is a free version and they need to offer something to get people to pay for, like playing music on a locked screen, which is included in the paid version. But this does not make sense. Spotify offers this. With a free account with Spotify, you can play music on a locked screen. So I'm not happy with this. YouTube, I think, is banking on the fact that it has 1.5 billion visitors every month to YouTube, to its platform, where people will listen to music by playing those videos. Maybe they are hoping that to turn some of those users into paid customers. But whatever they're looking at, I think having the feature to play music on a lock screen is the clincher, that you will get people to sign up for the free account and eventually upgrade to the paid version, which is, by the way, for $9.99 per month. I hope that YouTube changes this soon. If not, it doesn't really make sense moving from Spotify or Apple Music if you're already a subscriber. Thanks for listening. This is Whirlwind Radio, a production of IT in Canada. Special thanks to my producer, Lasky Hart. And from the Whirlwind team here, this is Marcello Sukhdeo saying stay safe in the technology whirlwind.